Hello everyone, it's Kirk Stevens. Welcome to Campfire Tales. And today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to start a new run away from Dead World and Into the Void. This is loosely based on Zach's latest video that he did the beachcombing thing. And I had attempted this once on my own as well. And I found the beachcombing thing is very fascinating with the new setup. But if you haven't seen Zach's video, by all means, I'll put a link in the description. Go watch it. It's typical Zach video, great education, everything. But I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and I'll explain why it was kind of sparked by him. In that we're going to do something very similar. And one of the problems he ran into was he couldn't find matches, and there were certain aspects that beachcombing wasn't providing him in this purest form. So I thought, what if you ran more of a kind of a beachcombing deal where you could pick up items that were in view? You know, you couldn't search for things, you couldn't open boxes, you can't open containers, but anything that was laying out in the open, like in beachcombing, you were able to grab. And so we're going to try just a vanilla interloper run, not a custom run. Because I know, and this is by no fault, I know sometimes custom runs can change some of the settings a bit. Possibly, I don't know. But we're going to take our 2 feats. And I'm thinking efficient machine, and I think I'm gonna take snow walker. I think because we don't know how long we're gonna stay alive to stay warm and what have you. So, in essence, here, let's go ahead and get this started. And I'm gonna call this in plain sight. Attempt number 1. In essence, we're going to randomly start anywhere in the world. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is a random start. We're nowhere near the beach. We can only pick up items in plain sight. So this will give us access to cattails, rocks, and loose items that are available to us. Beachcombing is going to be a very important part of this. But this allows us not to have to spawn into a beach area. We can spawn in randomly like this, any time of the day, whatever. And it's going to make it difficult from the standpoint that you can go into the buildings to sleep, but you're only going to be able to pick up things you see, things that are out in the open, things that are in plain sight. Why I titled it this way. So we're going to go fast and hard, see what we can do. I think the thing I'm going to do is, you know how we're in the muskeg. You can go to either Leak Inlet, which I'm not too excited about with the Timberwolves, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to head towards Mystery Lake. And we'll go to the ravine and into Coastal Highway.
Starting to feel
And
numb.
unlike the beachcombing only purist thing that Zach was doing, this is going to be a lot more forgiving because we're going to be able to pick a lot more stuff up. But this might make this scenario a little more playable for us lesser skilled players. Because, you know, let's be honest, the professor is definitely a very good player.
I'm freezing.
But I think this will give us the opportunity to be um, purist in the sense that you're starting a vanilla loper run, and you're going to have the ability to find fire sooner. Because I know that in his run, and without playing spoilers, if you pay attention in one of the houses he walks in, there is a a set of matches or a box of matches laying on the coffee table. And if he would have been playing something similar to this fashion, he could have easily had fire, which gives you access to water. So um, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out from that aspect. You could even tighten this, and something we may do um, where you don't get to pick up things inside houses and buildings, where you can only pick up things in plain sight outside, which would at least give you some ability to get fire the same way, because there are flares and things of that nature that are outside. So you could kind of play some Nogoa style rules where you can pick up things only outside, as long as there's not a temperature change kind of thing. So I'm just going to play this not quite like an outer Nogoa type deal, but more of a regular Nogoa type deal, except I can't search for things. So right off the bat,
Thank you.
beautiful hacksaw. We'll take that. Some coal. Take a note. I'll pick that up. I don't know that we need it. Good Lord. Didn't I pick Interloper? I could have sworn I picked Interloper. Hang on, I'm going to hit... Yeah, I did. Okay. I thought that was a little odd. So, it's coming into nighttime. Now we can start a fire, or we could press. Let's go ahead and start our first fire. Now I think I'm going to keep these videos pretty short. This is meant to be kind of a
One little fire.
quick game, not
Are you
the
serious?
500-day long, what do I want to call it? Long stamina type ones, kind of like with the other runs. Even Dead World was meant to be that, but even that's turned into a lot longer than I thought it would be. Although we had a close call here in the upcoming video.
Perfect.
So we're going to throw in our reclaimed wood. And we're going to take a torch. Let's go ahead and add a coal. And let's start getting some water going. Pick up a couple more torches. I'm not even sure how much we're going to even loot Mystery Lake. I don't want to go wandering about the whole deal. I'm thinking maybe do trappers and camp office and maybe the trailers right there by the ravine, and then just split from there. The one beautiful thing we got just by pure RNG luck is we got the hacksaw. So the hacksaw gives us access to food with the carcasses and stuff. We can just cut up carcasses and that. Can't really harvest them for skins and stuff quite as quickly, but you can get meat off of them very quickly. And Zach didn't seem to have much issue with food. He got a lot of fish. His issue was fire, so I'm hoping we'll be able to find some matches. But this is going to give us an early kickstart with being able to boil some water. And we're not going to stay here very long. We'll try and warm up. Although it seems a bit windy, we may test a flare. I'd kind of like to get going. Let's take a torch outside real quick and see if it'll stay lit. Alright. Well, if we hold our luck. We got a few of them, not very good. Oops. Add another stick here. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a bit. I'm going to make one more water. And so while we're waiting on this, so again, the premise of this is based on the beachcombing video from Zach and the troubles he was having with the game, and by all means gave it a hell of a good shot. I mean, he ended up having a run there that if he'd have had one flare, he probably could have lasted a lot longer than a lot of us do just playing Interloper. So I'm curious to see how this plays out. You know, and you can change the difficulty with this. I mean, you can do like what he was talking about, and not that I want to be a spoiler. I mean, obviously, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. But you know, if you could pick up just matches, that would be one aspect of it. If you wanted to try to survive a little longer, you could do more along the lines of what I'm trying to do. I'm not quite the skilled player that some of these guys are, so I'm going to try it this way. If this proves to be way too easy, then we'll just stick to the outdoor stuff, which seems to be a little more interesting. So, kind of just like stuff you can find in outdoor caves, not transition caves, because that's more considered inside. Play more like an outer no-goa kind of vibe. Don't want to use up the coal, but we could use this book. So let's hurry that along. Pick that up. Grab us a torch and see how far we get. I'm actually just kind of tempted. Now see, we can't look inside those. That's the whole thing. You cannot search something. You can only pick up stuff that is out in the open. So we can't look in there, but free range coal we can pick up. We can grab this dog food because it's out in the open. And I'm almost half tempted to just go ahead and do the outdoors only portion of it. Maybe try that instead. And then if it kicks my butt, then we'll worry. We'll lighten the load here. I think we can make this a happy medium here. Let's just make it. This is kind of on the fly rules, but let's just change that. We can only pick up stuff outside. This will speed up things so that we're not having to try to loot every building and everything, and it's gonna definitely increase the challenge of it. But if it's in plain sight outside, it's free game. So we've had our one fire. We've got a little bit of water. Now we need to work our way to the beach and go from there.
Sure getting cold.
You can sleep inside. I think the hardest part's gonna be matches. We may have to pick. We may have to pick stuff up inside. But then that's gonna. I don't know. Yeah. I'm being very indecisive. I do apologize.
So cold in my life.
We'll figure this out. This is a kind of a test run thing. We'll see if this is gonna be worth its salt here. Maybe matches will be the only thing you can pick up in plain sight indoors, and that's it. Maybe we just play what we originally intended to play. But it does explain all the different ways you can make this more challenging. I mean, and again, it's all about how hard do you want to challenge yourself? How hard do you want to make this on yourself? And, you know, still have a good time. You still want to play. All right. Tools. That's a damn good find outside. All right. So I'm going to be able to harvest this stuff because if we get a chance to make teas, it could be some simple calories. You can't fit through there. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and go over to Trappers and warm up and sleep. And then we'll cut across and we'll loot the camp office. We'll get the trailers. I'm not going to go through the dam. I have no interest in going to Pleasant Valley. And if you're watching the Dead World series, you'll know why. You don't want to go to Pleasant Valley in this run at all. We're going to try to sleep. We might as well run. Even if we're not going to sleep for long. If we could find some matches and make some teas. This birch bark might come in handy. Grab one more. I also have to decide whether I'm going to allow myself to hunt for rabbits and the ptarmigans because I'm picking up rocks. I'm wondering if I'm playing it more. We're not really playing it as a beachcomber thing. This is more of a idea based on it. So maybe we would allow for that. We are just trying to survive on the items we find out in the open, which means we can't open the safes and get any of the good stuff. So I'm going to say yes, because I think it's going to be tough enough. I'm going to give you the ability to at least make some clothing. Well, we can search that because we found it. I think the locker should be like right there. Oh, of course. let's go over here to the bed. It's still really early. Maybe we can try. I know this makes for great viewing when you can't see what's going on. Just gonna see if I couldn't search the workbench drawer. Wait, I found it. Oh wait, we can't do that. We can't search the workbench. That's right. What am I doing? We can only search, or we can only have things that are out in the open. So me searching a workbench would have been an instant fail. All right, so is there anything we can craft or do? It's a bit early. We don't really need to eat up our sticks for that. Oh, we do have birch bark and hemp, so let's craft this stuff real quick. We're gonna keep these short and sweet. We're not gonna get very far. I have a feeling we're gonna have to go at least 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, that bullet didn't kill much time. I don't need any water, and we don't have a lot of food, but I'm not gonna worry about that at the moment. So I'll tell you what, let's pass 2 hours worth of time. And now we will take a drink. Oh, I lost the bed. And we'll sleep for 7 hours, assuming that will get us to morning and daylight. Not quite, almost. But we're fully rested. But it is daylight. I think we have a book we can read. Let's read that for an hour versus trying to sleep. Can we see now? Barely. Okay. That's good for fire. That's good for fire.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Yeah, that could change, Astrid. You could be more hungry here in a little while. Is that a note? No, it's just a white spot. Okay. We'll take the newsprint. We cannot search the drawer. Is there some items in the shelf we can do? Cannot open that up. Okay. Beautiful. Some food. Maybe we'll find a can opener somewhere along the way. I'll pick that up. I doubt we're going to have much need for a whetstone. Wait, what's this? Another hacksaw.
Perfect.
What is happening? Double hacksaws. And a storm lantern. Great. That helps us actually right now. Let's turn this on. Oh, antibiotics will be helpful because we're going to be eating probably nothing but bad food. Oh, sewing kit out in the open. All right. Super fantastic. Oh, and I almost missed a book here. Cooking book. Oh, we missed this down here. I'm glad we found the light. That is really helping. Okay, so let's douse the light. Put you away. And you know what? No. Let's hold off on that. I would prefer if we could get going. Let's go check over here in the coal barn. And then we'll head if we can. It's very cold. We'll head over to those, I don't remember the name of it. It's like a broken house. It's got a stove in it. Sometimes you can find some stuff in there. Okay, just a backpack, is that it? Okay, we can't look in the backpack. That is A search item. Plain sight only. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna get cold and we're gonna take a little damage. But unlike Dead World, we do recover health, so that's a little different. We can at least sleep and stay warm. I do like the aspect that you can start anywhere and have the ability to try to make it to the beach area.
If I don't warm up soon.
But it still may not survive very long because we only had the one flare and I used it pretty quickly. I don't know, maybe I should have made more water and hung out, or any number of decisions. That's the inherent problem. You just never know what the correct idea was. I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda happens to all of us when we're playing this game. Like, woulda, coulda, shoulda not sprained my ankle would have been nice. Especially that I don't have a bandage. We hobble our way. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these. And these two here. Okay, any goodies over here? Nothing loose but the book. It's alright. It was a gamble. Like everything we do. It's roll the dice. And what
That smarts a bit. Can we treat?
RNG spits out. Okay. So let's head this way. Try to work our way over to camp office. I think the weather's going to get really fugly here. And at least if I keep walking this way, I see the power lines. We are headed towards the train tracks. We'll just not get eaten by the wolves.
That's a bit.
It would be a bonus. We can go in here and warm up at least. Crazy to find 2 hacksaws like that. Now if we could just find a hammer, we could actually go forge at Desolation Point and beachcomb to our heart's content. If we can find matches. I have a feeling we'll find matches, though. I think you're going to be able to find them sitting on a coffee table or near a fireplace or something. They're not going to be as abundant as if you were playing just Interloper, mind you. But I think this is going to be a interesting challenge. We're definitely going to be feeling the cold, and we're going to have to... you're going to have to get to a point where you can harvest carcasses and... Alright, so I'm going to eat one of my cattails, because we're going to be able to pick some cattails. Speaking of the carcasses and that, if we can get some decent weather and find matches to be able to do anything about it, the ravine will be immense for that, because with the rabbits and the couple of deer carcasses, sometimes up to 3 deer carcasses, we could collect a whole bunch of gear to drag with us into coastal.
Ow.
Without the wolves being an issue, and we could even store them in that trailer at the upper end of the map. And even though we'd have to hike back up there to retrieve it, we wouldn't be dragging it down with us and having the wolves. Okay, so that for firewood. Okay, so here's where it gets cool with the plain sight thing. We now have a frying pan. We have cooking oil. I'm just going to move that right there for now. We've got tea. We have a cooking pot. So now we have the ability to make more water quickly. And we have the Holy Grail spray paint. We have flour. This gives us the ability to make those pannocks, I think is what they're called. Oh, look, we got a potato. Any more potatoes? Yep, there's one. Potato.
A bit.
Potato. Oh. Now that
I think I can use this.
is a lucky find. That's going to give us the ability to sleep in the caves.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
In other places that we wouldn't be able to. Especially crumbling highway in between Coastal and Desolation Point. Be able to sleep in that little house. Oh. Nope. Thank God I didn't finish that. That would have been an epic fail.
But I'll make it.
Oh, but look what's under here in plain sight.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Aviator's cap. Unbelievable. We need that. We don't have any headgear. Let's grab that, although we really don't need it now that we have other stuff. Anything on the table? Anything under the table? I'm so glad I did not search that file cabinet. He started to. He did start to. I think I'll give myself a bit of forgiveness in the sense that as long as I don't pick it up. Oh, we found something, and I didn't even know we had that. So all we need is some gloves, and we'll keep the frostbite at bay at least. And we'll snag all that stuff before we leave. Nope, can't search him. We can take this book. Take those, we make tinder. You know, from over here, when you glance at that with the tape there, it almost looks like a knife sticking out of that dresser. Okay, we're going to take that. Loose cans. It's cold in here, isn't it? You know what? Is it? I don't really want to sleep, but can we pass
I need to find something to drink.
Warm up? Okay. Yeah, we're losing health. How are we doing on the water? We barely got enough water to sleep on. But we know what? We've got a little bit of food. I'm going to eat a couple of these cattails to stay at least up on that. Yeah, we're losing health. Okay, so we found no loose matches here. We really ought to loot Mystery Lake till we find a fire source, because going into Ravine to get all those carcasses and what have you in our favor really doesn't do us any good unless we've got fire. So we're losing health pretty steadily. So I'm almost wondering if we just take the cooking pot. Well, you know what? Let's grab all of this and see what our weight is. Oh, we're still underweight a little. All right. So now, what can we do to better this The clothing is awful. You can't even repair that yet. Well, first and foremost, let's make a bandage. Actually, let's make a couple bandages. I'm trying to decide what's our next course of action. I'm thinking we're going to have very little luck with much in the fishing huts. I mean, you know, every once in a while, oh, look, another whetstone. I'm going to set that there. In fact, you know what?
Did I say I hate being cold? Because it really did.
Drop that. Are we cold again? Yeah. I just don't know if we're going to find... If we go out on the lake, we can pick cattails. That, from a food standpoint, will help us. I just don't know if we're going to find much for fire up there. Alright, so let's doctor our leg so we're not hobbling. No, we're still cold. I wonder if it would be worth... I hate to lose any more health. I'll tell you what, let's just pass time. See if we can warm up a little bit. Alright. Let's see where this takes us. Alright. Please be warm. Please be pleasant outside. Oh, of course, it's ice cold because we have no
I
clothing.
could eat a horse. Let's say I'm not, because I love horses.
Alright. Okay. I'm not going to grab a ton of cattails, but I'll grab some. Because we're going to be cold, hungry, and thirsty all at the same time. And the wolves are going to be in the way.
Jesus, it's cold.
And the same problem Zach had with the beach. We're already out of fire. We have one fire. We got 1 liter of water. Probably should have made more. Maybe that'll be best for the next round here. Alright, let's just see if we can avoid the wolves. I don't need him pestering us.
Oh,
Get over
cold.
here. And of course the wind's going to pick up and it's going to be colder. And there's nothing here. Ugh. You know what? Let's eat some more cattails here. What's something that's got this? You know what? I'm gonna smash open the soup. I know I should cook it, but we need some liquid too. This will hopefully give us a little thirst quench on top of that, because we got the cold is beating us up, food is beating us up, and thirst is beating us up. Okay. I don't see the bear. That will help us. But let's get over here and get into hopefully warmer conditions. If anything, we'll find some books over here. Just need to find something to start a fire. course, the wolf gets a kill and we can't do anything about it. Come on. Go to the closest one. Alright, so book. Where are we at with weight? Don't want to get crazy here. I'm not going to pick up everything in the way of books. We don't even have a way to start a fire, let alone... Okay, so no goodies. We can't search any of this. And... we're just barely getting warm. Nope. Accelerant. Well, at least if we find something to start a fire, we can start one quickly. And the nice thing is if we have enough fuel with the pot and the frying pan, we'll be able to make a boatload of water. I think if we find any kind of fire source, we're definitely going to figure out a safe place. Oh, look, there we go. Jerky, that was in the open. If we can find a safe space to start a fire, we're going to burn as much fire material as we can, books, everything, to make a bunch of water. We'll make teas and all of it. But we gotta find something to start a fire with.
It's so cold.
And even with allowing myself to go inside and search for things laying about. Oh, more accelerant. That's a beautiful thing. Matches are still hard to come by, so fire is still becoming a bit of an issue. I knew clothing would be.
I need some water.
Yeah. Okay, what else do we have in the food bin? Don't want to eat that. Dog food is all bedtime food. That's bedtime food. I wonder if I should try the peaches. Let's do it. We've only got a couple more places to look here. Oh, that gave us a good old drink. All right, we're warm here. Let's sleep for an hour. Let's warm up. Maybe this will buy us some time here. Okay, let's go. Can't sit around. I think we could stay out of the wind. We might not get cold as quickly. I hope to grab a couple more cattails here. Oh, I knew I saw one over there. Oh, I lied. I do have Mr. Bear out. He just wasn't out when I looked. I see him now. We need not have any confrontations with you, Mr. Bear. Okay, come on, let's get inside. Let's get the cold. Try to keep our health up a bit. Anything good in here? You know, realistically, in real life, spray paint could be an accelerant to start a fire. It would be risky because, you know... Oh. I searched it. It is such a habit. Okay. Now I know if you've ever watched Wands and Only, he would say that was an epic fail and you would end. I'm going to give myself a mulligan because this is the first time I ran this. So that's my one mulligan. If I search anything else, I'm going to play the Wands and Only rule of that's it, the game's over. So I'm not going to necessarily sleep. Let's pass some time, warm up.
Mouth so
I
dry.
can't believe I did that. It's such a habit. It is such a habit. Seeing how this is the first run. Alright. Let's stay out of the way of the bear. Let's grab a couple more cattails if we can. Who knows? Maybe I should have went over to the forge. That might have been the better idea. I don't know if there's matches over there, but that's again. We go back to woulda, coulda, shoulda. You could second guess yourself 20 times over. You know, maybe Broken Railroad was the place to go. Maybe you should have went, you know, towards Milton. Who knows? Hello, Mr. Bear.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Okay. Nope, backpack only, so not anything there. We are dehydrated. Oh, lots of goodies in here to look for, but we can't open you. Can't do anything there. Grab one more book, even though I think it's pointless. Lots of stuff that we could have maybe gotten some help with, but okay, I'm gonna pass some time. Maybe Mr. Bear will have moved along and crouch down before we go out. See where he's at.
I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed you at least. I don't see Mr. Bear. Alright. Oh, there you are. You were hiding. I don't think I'm going to risk going over to that fishing hut, because I don't have enough chutzpah to outmaneuver him, being this cold and the wind blowing. I'm just gonna let that one go. At this point, we could eat all our nasty dog food. We have some antibiotics
Cold is making my head
to save ourselves. Take that and that. No matches, no matches, no matches. Or flare or nothing. Okay, let's go over here and avoid the dogs. See if we can get some more cattails. And we'll go back to the camp office. It's getting night.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
Well, gather all this stuff up. We'll have a little more food. Now I'm thinking we'll drink the last of our water. We'll eat the not so good shaped dog food. That will give us a little more liquid. We'll sleep as long as we can.
Wait.
That will
It was so cold.
give us a little health
Warming up a bit.
back and figure out what we're doing in the morning. I wonder, with them in the way. All right. Fortune favors the foolish. Or at least I hope that's gonna work. I am gonna go up, not up the rope. We'll build a goat up there, but we're gonna go up to Prepper's Cache. It's abandoned because it's Interloper, but maybe there's a flare up there. Maybe there's something. Maybe, you know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, what have I got? And there's that cave up there. If I can survive long enough to get up there, the wolves are thinner over here. We can always sneak back to the cabin. We'll eat the iffy dog food, drink the rest of our water, try to regain health, and survive. But something tells me I'm not even going to make that happen. We're getting really low on health. I may have to take a dog food here and deal with the food poisoning. Because with it being cold, ow.
That smarts a bit.
Yeah. Why don't you sprain a wrist instead? This keeps us from running. We need to be able to run. I'm gonna fix this. We'll make some more bandages. Health is getting away from us, Astrid. Health is getting away from us. And if I remember correctly, over here by that, not quite a cave, but there it is. There's that little outcropping there. Will we be warm? Will we find fire?
I'm starving.
The one thing we do have is light. And the light may help us. Oh, our kingdom for a flare. Somebody hiding the flare in there? Okay. Oh, they're calling that a bit, huh? Well, that's nice to know. Alright, so with our health dwindling, I am going to risk the dog food. Hopefully this gives us a bit of hydration. It stops the bleeding, so to speak. I'm going to eat another one. We've only got this much water. I'm hoping that will be for sleeping. And the third one. Okay, that gets us out of the red.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
This is our bedroll any warmer. Bonus 2.7. Bonus is 3, so I'm not gonna. I don't know if I should sleep. I'm just gonna pass time, try to warm up. Yeah, because I figured the water wasn't gonna last long.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
All right, so let's put that away.
I am so thirsty, I can't think straight.
If I can find my way to this cave over here. Is that over here? Yes, it is. Always get a little turned around up there. Sounds like the ptarmigan. Oh, we're gonna redline. All right, we're drinking the water. You got no choice. You gotta eat. Don't know if we're gonna find anything in here. Some firewood. Can't search him. Let's turn on our light. Maybe we find something. But I don't think so. Is it warm back here? It is warm back here. Okay. So this is... where it might end.
Die if I don't warm up.
Okay. Yeah, you will. I don't know how long we're going to make it. But we're not going to survive if we don't. I'm just going to do it. Let's do 5 hours. 6 hours. Go. Oh. And that's it. Well, I think that was a good first test. It was harder than I anticipated. I know I kept kind of hemming and hawing about what I was going to allow myself, and it was. I think for now I'm going to keep it with just anything you can find indoors or outdoors in plain sight. We managed to find 2 hacksaws, a lantern, a sleeping bag. We would have been awesome, but our only single flare wasn't used properly. And I probably should have kept that flare and boogied into Mystery Lake, and then we should have got to Trappers and just made a ton of water to survive longer. And lesson learned. So thank you very much for watching this experiment. I think we're going to do a couple more of these and keep trying this. I kind of like these little crazy experiments. So um, I hope you enjoyed this little crazy challenge of we never got to the beach, but we're going to do some more of these. So once again, we're going to call this series In Plain Sight, and we hope you'll watch the next time we try and survive one more than one day. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.